Okay, good morning children. Yesterday we discussed about the rules of nomenclature. Now today class we are going to discuss about the taxonomic categories. Okay, today's class we are going to discuss about the taxonomic categories. Okay, so here before going to know about the taxonomic categories, first you came to know what is taxonomy. Before going to the taxonomic categories, first you came to know what is taxonomy. So what is taxonomy? Means based on several characters, all living organisms are categorized into different taxa. Based on several characters, all living organisms can be categorized into different taxa. Taxa means a category. So the process of classification is nothing but taxonomy. So based on common characters, all living organisms can be categorized into different taxa. The process of classification is nothing but taxonomy. The process of classification is nothing but taxonomy. So here taxa means a category. Based on common characters, all living organisms can be categorized into different taxa. So the process of classification is nothing but taxonomy. And next one more thing here, you can remember one of the important definition. What is systematics? What is systematics? Systematic means the study of different types of organisms and their diversities and also relationship among them is nothing but systematics. The study of different kinds of organisms and their differences and also similarities among them is nothing but systematics. The word systematics derived from Latin word systema. The word systematics derived from Latin word systema, which means systemic arrangements of organisms. So the word systematics derived from Latin word systema, which means systematic arrangements of organisms. So first, what is systematics? To study of different kinds of organisms and their diversities means differences and also their similarities among them is nothing but systematics. The word systematics derived from Latin word systema, which means systematic arrangement of plants. So next, another word here appearing. What is hierarchy? What is hierarchy? Hierarchy means all categories together form the hierarchy. All categories together form the hierarchy. So here this hierarchy includes species. First one species, second one genus, third one family, fourth one order, fifth one class, sixth one division, seventh one kingdom. So this is the hierarchy of classification such as species, genus, family, order, class, division, kingdom. Okay, which is the ascending order. So here, then we are going to explain one by one. So first species. First one is the species. First one is the species. So species means the group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities. Species means the group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities. So the species having more and more similar characters. Species means the group of organisms which having fundamental similarities. So here some examples here are written. So here let us consider the Solanum melangina. This is the scientific name of potato. Solanum melangina. This is the scientific name of Solanum melangina. Next, Bongifera indica, Next, Nicotiana tabacum. See here, Solanum melangina. This is the scientific name of brinjal. Mangifera indica, that is the scientific name of mango. Next, Nicotiana tabacum, that is the scientific name of tobacco plant. Tobacco. So here you can see Solanum melangina. Here Solanum is a genus, melangina is a species. Mangifera indica, here Mangifera is a genus, indica is a species. Nicotiana tabacum, here Nicotiana is a genus, tabacum is the species. So here you can see these three, melangina, indica and tabacum. These three represents the species. These three represents the species. Here you can see the scientific name of brinjal, Solanum melangina. Here the melangina is the species. Here the scientific name of mango, Mangifera indica. Here indica is the species. Next the scientific name of tobacco, Nicotiana tabacum. Tabacum is the species. So these three indicate the species which having fundamental similar characters. Okay. So here, and sometimes some genes contain one or more than species which having same morphological characters. For example, here you can see the Solanum is the genus which includes the three species: Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum, Solanum melangina. So these are three species included in only one genus. The genus name is Solanum. The Solanum genus includes the three species: Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum, Solanum melangina, which having morphological similarities, structural similarities. So this is about the species now. Now coming to the genus. Second one is the genus. So this genus includes the group of species. The genus includes the related group of species. The genus includes the related group of the species. Here you can see potato and brinjal. These two belongs to the genus Solanum. Here potato. What is the scientific name of potato? Solanum tuberosum. What is the scientific name of brinjal? Solanum melangina. So this potato, brinjal, these both belongs to the genus. The genus name is Solanum. So that is about the genus. Now coming to the genus after family name. Family. This family includes the group of genera with less similar characters compared to genus and species. This family includes genera with very less similar characters compared to genus and species. So here you can see the genus, the genera Solanum, the genus Nicotiana, the genus Datura, which are included in the family Solanaceae. These are three genera included in the same family. The family name is here, you can see Solanaceae. See here, Solanum Nicotiana, okay, Solanum tuberosum or Solanum nigrum or Solanum melangina. Otherwise, Nicotiana tabacum or Datura stramonium. Okay, see here, Solanum is a genus, Nicotiana is a genus, Datura is a genus. These three genus belongs to the same family. That family name is Solanaceae. So this family includes the genera which contain the very less similar characters compared to genus and species. So this is the Solanaceae family. So this is the Solanum, Nicotiana and Datura. All comes under this family only. So this is the third hierarchy of the classification family. Next family after order. Okay. First one is genus. Second one is first one is the species. Second one is genus. Third one is family completed. Next fourth one order. You can see here. Fourth one order. Okay. Fourth one order. Order. Fourth one order. So this order includes, this is the highest category. Order having this is the, it has the highest category. The order includes the related families which are also having very less similarities. So this is the order. Order includes the order. It has the highest category. It includes the different type of the families which having very less similarities. So here you can see the family Solanaceae. The family Solanaceae included in the order, that is Polymoniales. 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 Okay, Polymoniales. Okay. Order, it is the highest category. Order includes the related families which are having very less similar characters. Here you can see the family Solanaceae included in the order. The order name is Polymoniales. Here you can see this is the example to the order Polymoniales. Okay. Next, order after class. Order after what? Class. Order after class now. Okay, this the class includes related orders. Class includes the related orders. For example, here the order Polymoniales, which is included in the class Dicotyledonnae. Here the order Polymoniales included in the class name is Dicotyledonnae. 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 Okay, Dicotyledonnae. So class after division. Class after division. Class after division. So this division includes all related classes. This division includes the related classes which are also having very less similarities. So here the class Dicotyledonnae included in the division Spermatophyta. The class Dicotyledonnae included in the division, the name of the division is Spermatophyta. 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 Okay. So this is the sixth hierarchy of the classification. This is the sixth level division. Okay. Division after kingdom. Division after kingdom. Division after kingdom, which is the highest category, kingdom. All divisions are included. All the divisions are included in the kingdom Plantae. The name of the kingdom is Plantae. All divisions are included in the kingdom. The kingdom is Plantae. So this is about these are about the taxonomic categories. So first you can remember the definition. What is taxonomy? Based on similar characters, all living organisms can be classified into different taxa. The process of classification is nothing but taxonomy. Okay, then after here you can remember another word for 2 marks purpose. For very short question purpose. Already the backside of the lesson there. This question. What is systematics? Systematic means to study of the different kinds of organisms and the differences, and also you can study the similarities. That is nothing but systematics. The word systematics derived from the Latin word systema, which means systemic arrangements of organisms. Okay, now coming to the another definition, hierarchy. All categories together form the hierarchy, such as species, genus, family, order, class, division and kingdom. So this is the taxonomical categories showing hierarchy in ascending order. Here you can see this is the basic unit of classification, species. This is the lower order, this is the highest order. So this is the ascending order. So it starts from species. Then after genus, family, order, class, division and kingdom. So this is the ascending order. This shows the hierarchy of the taxonomical categories. Okay. So here first the species. Before only I said that species refers the group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities. For example, here you can see the scientific name of potato, Solanum tuberosum. Tuberosum is the species. The scientific name of mango, Mangifera indica. Here indica is the species. So next, genus includes the related species. For example, here Solanum is the genus. Here Mangifera is the genus. Next, family includes the related genus. Family includes the related genera, but which having very less similar characters compared to genus and species. For example, here the family. The potato comes under the family Solanaceae. Okay. Next, order Polemonians, class Dicotyledonid, division Spermatophyta, kingdom Plantae. Okay. Here we take another example also. Mango tree. Scientific name Mangifera indica. Here indica is the species name, Mangifera is the genus name, Anacardiaceae is the family, Serpendians is the order, Dicotyledonid is the class, Spermatophyta is the division, Plantae is the kingdom. So like that, with the two examples, we explained about the hierarchy of classification. Okay, so this is about the taxonomical categories. Next topic, taxonomical categories. Then after okay, this is about the taxonomic categories. Then after the last topic, taxonomical aids. Last topic, taxonomical aids. Taxonomical aids. Taxonomical aids. So these taxonomical aids are very useful to get information of the different type of the species. So these taxonomical aids are mainly four types now. So the first one is the herbarium. Herbarium. First one is the herbarium. Okay. First one is the herbarium. Second one is the botanical garden. Second one is the botanical garden. Botanical garden. Third one is museums. Fourth one, keys. Keys. So these are the four taxonomical aids. With the help of these taxonomical aids, you came to know the information of each and every species. So the first one is herbarium. Herbarium is nothing but it is a stored house of collected specimens of the plants. Herbarium is nothing but like a storehouse of the collected specimens of the plants which are dried, pressed, preserved on the sheets. Which are dried, pressed, preserved on the sheets. So these herbariums are very useful to give information about the plants. So name of the plant, what is the common name, what is the scientific name, what is the family, name of the place where we collect every information we will get from these herbariums. So these herbariums are storehouses which are the collection of plant specimens which are dried, pressed, preserved on the sheets. So one of the famous herbarium is there in the Royal Botanical Garden. Royal Botanical Garden. Royal Botanical Garden, which is present at Kew in England. Which is present at Kew in England. So this contain one of the famous herbarium, the Royal Botanical Garden (RBG). Royal Botanical Garden (RBG), which contain the famous herbarium, which is located at the Kew, England. So next, botanical gardens. Botanical gardens are nothing but collection of living plants for study and reference purpose. With the help of botanical gardens, we came to know about the living plants. What are the living plants? For study purpose, for reference purpose, these botanical gardens are very useful. These botanical gardens includes the collection of living plants for study and reference purpose. So some famous botanical gardens are there. Here the first one is Royal Botanical Garden. Royal Botanical Garden, which is located at Kew in England, means London. And in India also, two famous botanical garden is there. Okay. Indian Botanical Garden. In India, Indian Botanical Garden, which is present at Howrah. Howrah only. Okay, which is located in Howrah. Indian Botanical Garden, which is located in Howrah. Next, another famous botanical garden also there in India, that is NBRI. NBRI means National. NBRI means National Botanical Research Institute. National Botanical Research Institute. Okay, which is located in Lucknow. Lucknow, capital city of Uttar Pradesh, which is located in Lucknow. So these are the famous botanical gardens now. Botanical gardens means these are the collection of living plants for study and reference purpose. The famous botanical gardens are, one is Royal Botanical Garden, which is located at Kew, England. Next, another one, Indian Botanical Garden, which is located at Howrah. Next, IBG means Indian Botanical Garden, which is located in Howrah, India. Next, another famous one, NBRI, means National Botanical Research Institute, which is situated at Lucknow. So these are the famous botanical gardens. Now third one in the taxonomical aids, the third one is museums. Museums are nothing but collection of preserved plant and animal specimens. Museums are nothing but collection of plant and animal specimens for study and reference purpose. Okay, these specimens contain jars which having the preservative solutions, formaldehyde like that in the solutions. You have to preserve these specimens. The specimens are nothing but these are the glass jars or vessels which contain a preservative fluid. So with the help of museums, we came to know about the information of the particular organism. So these museums are nothing but collection of plant and animal specimens for study and reference purpose. So these specimens are stored in glass jars, means vessels which are having a preservative chemical. So this is about the museums. Next, keys now. Keys are also very useful for provide information. Keys are also very useful for get information of the plants based on the similarities and differences. Okay, not only keys, some other important also there. Flora, not only keys, flora also there. Flora, manuals also there. Manuals, monographs also there. Monographs, manuals, monographs also there. And catalogs also there. Catalogs. So these three also, not only keys, flora, manuals, monographs, catalogs also there. Flora means this is nothing but collection of the plants. Manuals, they can give information about the identification of the species. Monographs, they contain information of each and every taxa. Monographs contain information of each and every taxa, means each and every category. Next, catalogs also very useful for identification of the plants. So these four are very important taxonomical aids. First one is herbarium, second one is botanical gardens, third one is museums, fourth one is keys, and also flora, manuals, monographs, catalogs. These are all very useful for getting information about the each and every plant species. So far today we completed the two main important topics. One is taxonomical categories, and also the flowchart, which is very important, taxonomical hierarchy, with two examples. Next, the last topic of this first chapter, taxonomical aids. Is 4 taxonomical aids. So far today, in today's class, we completed the first chapter. So the next class, we are going to start the second chapter, that is biological classification. Okay, second chapter. In next class, we are going to start the second chapter, that is biological classification. Okay, thank you children.